Hey everyone, Captain Amazing here, and today we're going to do my account overview for the month of December. So let's jump into it. This month I've had a pretty good GP growth. A lot of that is Lightspeed bundles, but I had 270k for the amount of galactic power I've gained. Like I said, a good amount of that was from the assault or from the Lightspeed bundles, because I did get the R2D2 one that took these characters from gear 12 to relic 5. I got the Hans one, so Stormtrooper Han was really low gear. Young Han Solo was not even unlocked, so I got them to relic 6, and then veteran smuggler Han and Cholo I got to relic 6. Not a big deal, I don't really care about this. Honestly, I bought it just because I think young Han Solo is good, and sooner or later maybe I'll like the prepared team. And then Stormtrooper Han has a very good Datacron. It's not active right now, but if it ever comes back, I would like to use it with Leia. So I don't think, and he's pretty good with Sana Staros. So I don't think it's a completely useless bundle. And if it does something, it does something. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's not that big of a deal for me. And I got the Bounty Hunter ones. It helped me with Zam and Embo, which will help me with my Lord Vader farm in the future. I did place a lot of Zetas this month, so I placed one on Seer and one more on Jedi Knight Cal Kestis to finish off their Zetas. I have been having pretty good luck with Zepho and the unlock mission, so I do the defensive setup, and it works out really well. I haven't had any issues with it. I did do a bit of a glow up with some of my other squads, so I got the Zeta on Finn and then 2 on Zori with her Omicron, so that did give me a team on itself right there. And then I took Starkiller to relic 9 for platoons, and I am pretty happy with that because I was able to get his Datacron, so I'm hoping that's going to help me with, maybe it'll help me with the Ezreal counter in 5s against Rey. I don't know how it's going to go, but that's my hope, is at least this has a shot of winning. So with the Finn Zori team, I had them on defense all of 3s every single match, and I did not get a single hold. And you may think like, oh, that's because your mods aren't good enough, and it's not horrible, because I have 332 on Resistance Hero Finn, which means he's acting at 367, which is a good amount of speed, but still no luck in 3s. We'll see how 5s goes and see if it's worth the investment. As of right now, not really. But I'm hoping in the future it'll do something for me. I don't really need them for anything else. Like, I have more than enough teams. They're not doing anything for me other than just as a defensive GAC team. So I'm hoping sooner or later that investment pays off. So who knows, maybe one day it'll get me some holds. Next, I did get my Bo-Katan farm ready, so I did relic 7 them. As you can see, I haven't put the Zetas down because I just don't have enough Zetas, so I don't even have enough saved because I had to use 1 Zeta. But I was able to work on their mods, so their mods are pretty good. IG-12s and Grogu's. 313, not the best, but he is survivable. I do need to get some more love with Paz Vizsla's Zetas. I'm pretty sure this one I can Zeta with no problems, and then this one I don't have a suitable health with health cross. I just don't have enough of them. So as you can see, the ones that I do have are for important characters, and I don't want to give them up. And I'm pretty sure the Grievous one is crap, yeah. So this one's still not very good. That's a good amount of defense right here. So maybe I'll 6-dot a crappy one and give it to Grievous, and then maybe this one or something, just some trash mod that he can hold as a pilot mod, and then I'll take this crap one and give it to Paz Vizsla. Who knows? It's a sad day when I make some pilot mods, but it's kind of, sometimes it is what it is. I did get a little investment more into my Imperial Remnant as well. So I'm almost finished shard farming them, and I've been double farming them, so by next month I should have them ready. I did put a Zeta on Captain Enoch to make him a little more survivable with the minus 350% crit chance. So that I'm hoping is good enough to keep my Imperial Remnant team survivable for conquest. Also, so I can start at least beating maybe the first and second phase of their assault battle, maybe even the 7-star one if I can get them to 7 stars in time, so I can start getting some more investment. But I am going to start investing in them more here shortly, as soon as I'm done with pretty much once I have Bo Mando unlocked. I have all the gear and Zeta and everything ready for her except for like 6 Zeta pieces. And then I'm going to take Terran Malicos up. I'll relic 7 him. I'll probably relic 5 Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum. And then I'm all in on the GL Ahsoka farm, which Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum is part of. So I'll start with these 3. I don't know in what specific order, but I'm thinking maybe like Captain Enoch, and then maybe Death Trooper Peridia, and then Night Trooper or something as far as the order that I'll relic them. And then I'm all in on that GL Ahsoka farm. I'm going to have to farm the stars for the Spectre, since Padawan Sabine still isn't farmable yet, Huang isn't farmable yet, and we still have General Syndulla. So this GL is ridiculous. In the meantime, while I'm farming that, I don't know specifically what I'll do, but I think I'll have enough bandwidth to start working on probably like gas. So I'll probably finish this Enoch team because I'll have it at 7 stars here soon. I'll get this up and running, then I'll probably take like gas and Rex up to relics, and then I'll start trying to work on the shards. So I think I have enough time to start working on these and then get them up and running for GL Ahsoka while I wait for the stars on the marquee, because I'm not wailing on that. And that's pretty much my farming plan. Currently what I did work on some of my mods as far as get the Bo-Katan Mandalore mods ready, and I do have that set completely ready for her with and the current person that has it is Grandmaster Yoda. So he's at 311 speed. That's not how fast Bo-Katan Mandalore will be. I think she'll be in like the 280s. But this is a pretty good set, honestly. I'm pretty happy with it. It has a lot of offense, survivability, defense, offense primaries here with the 27 speed secondaries. So this is going to be a banger of a set for Bo Mando. I'm just going to give Grandmaster Yoda like trash 5 dot mods afterwards. That's fine. But he can benefit from those right now until I have them ready. These Zetas I'm going to put straight on Bo Mando, and then I think I am very behind, so I am going to do the 1 on Grogu, 2 on Paz Vizsla, and then 1 more on Bo-Katan Kryze. And once that's done, I'm going to be able to invest the Zetas into Terran Malicos. So he's going to be Zeta-less for a while. I'll have his Die Whelp ready and equipped first, and then I'll start kind of working on probably these Zetas first, so that I can get his Omicrons turned on as soon as possible, and then I'll probably give this one last, which is, it's still a decent Zeta, so I'll get it. And in the meantime, I'm kind of working on his mods. He doesn't care about speed too much, but he just wants a ton of offense, so I'm working on that as fast as I can. Other than that, I am excited to start the GL Ahsoka farm so I can get gas up and running, at least somewhat usable, and then I can finish out my Seer Unaligned Force users. So I'm looking at having now Bo-Katan Mandalore, Seer Unaligned Force users, gas, and then Ezrael here soon once he becomes once I unlock him. I'm gonna get him up and running for my Rey farm. So I think my account is going to benefit greatly from these new characters that I'm farming and will have ready in like a month or two. So I think I'm pretty excited for that. I do want to finish GL Ahsoka as fast as I can and start working on start working on Lord Vader for one huge reason, and that's the endurance with Marauder. Because the endurance with Marauder right now can counter both the Executor and the Leviathan. And right now I'm using the Profundity to counter Leviathan, and my Leviathan's on defense with the Mark 6, so it's not as reliable, and it's really unfortunate. Maybe if I have to, if I think I can beat him on the ground, then I'll bring like the Leviathan and Profundity on offense, leave Executor on defense, and then I can do that. But it's still not great. Like even if you like missing Marauder, which is pretty much the only ship I have not at usable levels, like missing this is a pretty big deal to my off meta counters right now, because that means I don't have the endurance counter, and then I just kind of have to hope that Profundity works out. So that's been really hurting me in Grand Arena. So I'm at 3215 just in Kyber 3. I did start out in Kyber 2. The squish pushed me down into Kyber 3. I climbed back up into Kyber 2, and then I went 0-3 in the final round because those guys were accounts were kind of ridiculous, and I didn't really have I probably could have won 2 if I would have changed my strategy, but and went probably with like a full ships defense. But what are you gonna do, right? Like hindsight. So it is what it is. Not the biggest deal. I am hoping with December we have a bunch of assault battles coming up soon, and I did finish all my assault battles. I pushed out my assault battle guide for Night Sisters. So next I have is the Imperial Remnant assault battle. I don't know how far I'm going to take this. Probably Relic 7 is where I'll leave them for now, and then I'll maybe, depending on what the next raid is, maybe I'll go with Relic 9 for this, and maybe this will be a good raid team and it'll be worth it for the assault battle, because they're Relic 9 level, they have Omicrons, and you can get up to like 10 Omicrons a month, which is pretty huge. Like that's a big boon. Like, or you can get Relic 9 material, which is also good, but I would want those Omicrons as soon as, if I can get more into my account, that would be amazing. But I will wait and see what we can do for those. I'm just, like, I don't know what's coming out after GL Ahsoka, so maybe Relic 9s I'll have to put towards like a new fleet or something. But if it's just like another legendary after GL Ahsoka, just like Bale and Skull, maybe I'll skip out on that to shore up my raid currency, and then get that Imperial Remnant team to Relic 9, since the assault battle changes are saying like, hey, they're here to stay because of the backlash that they received. Next, spending habits. So as far as what I'm spending in the game, I think I'm just going to keep it at just the passes for now. I may continue buying some Chirotech pieces because I'm behind on Chirotech, and I want to finish this one, which I don't really care about Zetas. The reason why I stopped buying that Monday cargo pack and the Chirotech is, one, I have Zepho and Mandalore now, so I have an additional 280 Chirotech a month, which is pretty huge, not including the currencies as well. But also I was pushing past my bottlenecks to where my bottlenecks were like Zetas, and it didn't matter if I increased relics on characters, just like these Ufus team, I'm going to get it up, and I'll be waiting on Zetas pretty much for them. But with this Imperial Assault Battle team and also the Bad Batch, if I can just increase my Zeta or my Chirotech income so that I can finish these quicker, then I can have an assault battle team ready, and then I can have the Marauder, who doesn't require any Zetas to be useful, and then that's an actual benefit to my account. So I'm thinking about accelerating my Chirotech right now, so I can quickly finish this, and maybe I'll do the Imperial Assault Battle and then take a quick break from GL Ahsoka and maybe finish up my Bad Batch, at least to usable levels on Wrecker, Hunter, and Tech, at least to take them to like early relics, just so I can have that Marauder and I can have a more reliable ships counter. So we'll see what I can do from there and where my Chirotech is. And if I am looking at my farms and I'm like, okay, I'm still months away from from finishing the requirements from GL Ahsoka. Maybe I'll take a quick break, finish the Bad Batch, and then come back to GL Ahsoka. Or maybe I'll finish what I can for GL Ahsoka, and then while I'm waiting, start working on that Bad Batch. So we'll see what I can do here. I'll kind of play it by ear and let you guys know, but that's currently my plans for this account. And what I'm going to do for spending is pretty much I'm going to buy this I'm going to continue buying this monthly pass, which I do think it's a good deal. I'm not commenting on the free to play stuff, and then I buy the $10 pass here, and that's probably the best $30 a month you can spend in the game, and we'll see where it goes from there. So yeah, thanks everyone for continuing to support me and watching my content. I will say that next month is my 1 year anniversary, so the next account update is going to be a year anniversary, and I'll probably dive into some of the statistics for my YouTube channel as well as my account and kind of what's happened over the years. So thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.